Well, the exciting news, everybody, is that we can see an enormous grey cloud coming in from the west. It's really exciting, isn't it, VM?
Yes.
Well, how do you feel? Excited?
A little bit.
A little bit excited. Oh, good. VM, look at that on the road. What do you see? Lions! Now, everybody, what I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, and we haven't been any closer than you are right now, I think this is the missing Nkuhuma lioness and one of the Birminghams. I might be entirely wrong, but I think that's what's going on here. Now, Nicola has already managed to identify that this is not the lioness, or a lioness that is missing. So let's just have a look-see here what's going on. Nicola, tell us how you identified this lioness immediately. I see. It is Nicola's opinion that this lioness has got slightly odd-shaped eyes. Slightly slanted eyes. I see exactly what she means, actually. I haven't noticed it before, but yeah, I would agree with that completely. Now, this male looks like he's been mauled by his brothers. Look at his face. He's absolutely been smashed. I wonder, I'm pretty sure they must be mating. And I wonder if she hasn't had a go at him as well. Now, I haven't seen the Birminghams for so long, I don't know which one this is. But that is a big, nasty fight they've been having. She's calling. Listen. You hear that? It's a gentle contact chord. Gentle contact call, hoping the others will come out. She's just going, oh, it's that quiet. Oh. Now, VMP, I know you'll desperately want to do a virtual reality shoot. What I'm going to do is move in, just in here, and then if the others do come out of the bush, you'll be able to push record. Okay? Sound good? Real spot of luck, everyone. This is the one road, of course, we didn't come down earlier today. And Kat and Raisa, you're extremely excited by the fact that we're looking at a male lion, finally. I am totally with you on that, I agree. It is wonderful. But look how damaged he is. He's got cuts and bruises all over him. And I don't think, I mean, some of that might be from her. You know, during the mating, it can become quite aggressive. It's not quite as aggressive as it is with leopards, though. That's shoulder, and he's a huge wound on his belly. Look at that. That looks like it could have been inflicted by a buffalo. It looks like a big puncture wound. Now, so any of you out there who recognize this male lion, I'd love to know which Birmingham you think it is. MP, let me go a little bit further forward for you, and you can get a slightly, you won't have to avoid my head, my big fat bonce. There we go. That's better. That's fantastic. Isn't that great? So this lioness is not very old. You can see she's still got a very pink nose. means she's well under 6 years old. The slant-eyed pink nose, we can call her for now. And this male is the very scarry Birmingham. And I know, like I say, a lot of you keep up with updates from Nkoro, where these guys have been seen a lot of late in various other parts of the Sabi Sands. And if you have some picture identikits of them, it would be fascinating to know. Please post them, #SafariLive or questions@wildearth.tv, and tell us which of the Birmingham boys do you think this is. I'm just going to quickly call them in on the radio. I know Steph did, but let me just quickly do it. The station's one male, one female lion, static on Cheetah Cut line, about 300 meters to the south of the junction with the Buffelshoek Cut line. She's in absolutely fine condition. Go.
Sorry, James, my radio was really soft.
One male, one female lion, Cheetah Cut line, 300 meters south of the junction with Buffelshoek Cut line. They are static on the road. Sorry, excuse me, everyone. It looks like it's a female from the Nkuhumas, and I don't know who the male is. Must be a Birmingham, I think.
Yeah, James, I'm here in between first and second rock with another Birmingham here.
Now, this is Johan speaking.
But I would like to respond.
And he's calling us from not far from here, and he says there is another Birmingham male to the right-hand side of your picture, basically. Put him there. Completely relaxed. Yeah, no, he's been in the wars, this fellow. And this is the lot of the male lion. Of course, he's designed to fight. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure, given the fact that they weren't here this morning, and we did drive up and down here quite a lot.
Copying FC?
No, sorry, I've unplugged myself by mistake. Go ahead, Nikki, sorry about that. And Paul Rizzo, you want to know if this male could possibly be the one with the scar across his face that Brent saw? Yes, could well be. I mean, he's definitely got a nasty, nasty set of scars all the way down the left-hand side of his face. I mean, a lot of them look quite recent, though. I wonder if he hasn't been in a fairly serious scrap fairly recently. Go ahead. Just wonderful to find them. Like I say, didn't find them this morning, and we were here relatively late, and I suspect quite strongly, therefore, that they are mating, and they will move around a little bit if they're mating, and they would have been, you know what, they would have been in these bushes, not far from here at all. And you say, lions and a cloud with possible rain coming in. What could be more exciting? Well, I agree completely. What could possibly be more exciting? While they're sleeping, let's head across to Scott. He's got something very nice to show you, and we'll wait here and see if they do anything. Right, everybody, you go to the lions. Don't worry about me here. We just want to do a virtual reality shoot here with this thing on the front of the car, but this little beeping device, which is supposed to be a very fancy syncing device, is supposed to be making a beeping sound, but it is not. Yeah? Shall I throw it out of the car?
No, it's probably cable.
Cable related.
Yeah. You get out.
Oh, this is a very clever question. Clutie from New Franklin. I don't know where New Franklin is. Sounds like an interesting spot to be. You say, could her call be infrasonic? In other words, below the sound waves that we are able to hear, so lower down, a wider wavelength, a lower frequency. Clutie, yes, there is an element of infrasound in the lion's call, definitely, no question, and it travels along the ground. That's why she pushes her head towards the ground and calls like that, and for us it'll sound a lot more quiet than it will to a lion listening out for it. So yes, I think that's a really good supposition, if you like, that the call there is quite infrasonic. Very nice. And Debbie, yes, of course, you've noticed that his mane is quite dark, and it's, in fact, I mean, if you look at him from the front, it's almost a black mane, and you say, does that mean that there's a lot of testosterone in his body? Yes, it does. It's precisely what it means. There will be lots of testosterone. The more black a lion's mane is, the more testosterone there is in his body. And, of course, the older they get, they do often get a bit darker as they get older. But the amount of testosterone in him is evidenced by the fact that he's clearly not backed down during any of the fights that he's had. He's got no injuries on his backside, indicating that, completely unlike that hyena, he managed to have his business end faced towards his enemies. He didn't turn his back at one stage. You can see he's pristine over there, and on his face and shoulders where he fights, he's got all sorts of scars. And he's not very big. I mean, he's a decent-sized male lion, I suppose, but he's nothing like the size of those Matimba chaps who used to roam about these parts. So he's obviously a very brave fellow with testosterone coursing through his body. Sean, you're in Secunda, and you want to know why it is that the lion's skin, oh, here we go, is grey and black. Well, it's grey and black, basically. That's just what the colour is. It's grey, their skin. Here we go. And look at him, even though he's got those injuries, he's completely walking without any form of limp. She had a limp the last time we saw her, and she's absolutely fine now. It's magnificent. I'm just going to quickly tell the VR what's going on. Lions in front on the road, grey skies above, perhaps some rain. Look at those eyes and the scars on that lion. Let's just see what he does. We originally thought they might be mating. She might be going off to look, in fact, for the rest of her pride. He looks like he's had enough of this. He's very tired. He's lean. Look at his build. He's not, you know, he's not nearly as heavy as those Matimbas, and I think he's probably 2 years off being as heavy as he's going to be. Let's go around the side of him. There he is to the left, and way up in front there, the female, she's not interested in him. Zoe, we're very close to him now. We're only about 3.5 feet from him. You want to know if he can get those scars from a kill, from being at a kill? Definitely he can, Zoe. It wouldn't only be in a fight with other males, but certainly over a kill, they will hit each other. But you see, I think this to me looks much more severe than that. This looks like he's had a proper conflict. But certainly they can absolutely get sort of bloody marks on their faces from the fights that they have. Isn't he lovely? He's a magnificent fellow. And Sunel, you're in Trinidad, and you said how far away are these lions? Well, this lion is about only 5 feet. Yeah, not a bit more than 4 feet, maybe 5 feet from us. He's very relaxed, and he's watching his consort move. Here she goes. have been mating. I don't know. She's definitely looking for the rest of the pride. She stopped to urinate there. Now that will be an indication to him. We'll see when he gets there if he exhibits that sort of phlegm behavior, if he smells the urine and tries to tell whether she's an estrus or not. But I suspect there's an element of that because I don't know why otherwise he'd be following her. Males and females don't necessarily like to be with each other all the time, and that is because males, of course, will steal all of the food from the females. And so they only kind of really want to be around the males when they are mating. And you can see his ears are pinned back. He's listening to us as we move behind him, so I'm just going to keep my distance. I don't want to disturb him or make him go any faster, but they are looking like they're going to cross north into Buffelshoek. So I'm just going to quickly give an update there on the radio stations. These two animals are now mobile due north up Cheetah Cat line. The female has crossed north into Buffelshoek. The male is just behind her. Sad. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be the last we are going to see of them. Thank you, Martin. You say all is forgiven for my complete incompetence at finding anything large and magnificent today, simply because we have a Birmingham boy with us. I agree. I forgive myself even. Ooh, that's a nice smell, isn't it, VM? Oh, grief. Now notice he didn't stop to smell. He's just following her. Now he's going to mark his territory. There he is marking against the tree. She is off in front there, down that road. And I think he's going to follow her straight into Buffelshoek. Maybe he won't. There is another male and another two males behind us on Torchwood. But he's going to follow his consort, I think. Oh, no, he seems to be in two minds. Go that way, fellow. Come this way. When in doubt, have a sleep. It's so wonderful. Now, oh, there he goes. He's watching something. Dominique, you're in Paris. You might be a new viewer, and if you are, thank you very much for getting hold of us, and thank you for watching. There she is. You can just see her over the top there. Now, Dominique, you want to know if these lions are comfortable with us, with them lying on the road, and how would they react if they became uncomfortable? They are completely confident and comfortable. Sorry, just stand by, Steph. They're completely comfortable and completely confident, and what happens is that if they are uncomfortable, like he was slightly there when we were driving up behind him and he flattened his ears back, they do give a behavioral indication. They'll flatten their ears, they might growl, but normally they will just walk away. That's not why he's moving now. That's not why she was moving. She's looking for the rest of her because he thinks she might be an estrus. That's going to be the last of it, I'm afraid. So now we'll see if we can find some tracks, but the very fact...
Can I just give it there?